Are we rolling? Yes, we are. What's up, guys? It's McKinley Crain here. Today, I'm going to be doing my spoiler-free review of Superman and Lois, Season 1, Episode 14, Extended Cut. Now, let's get into it. Now, before I get started, I know that this video is almost a week late. I just finally got around to watching the episode yesterday. I've been really busy this week, and I've had, earlier this week, well, it was technically last week, but it was, less than a week ago. Within this past week, I've had to deal with, a lot of, annoying stuff. I had a, cold, for, 5 days, and it got really bad, and it was really annoying, and it kind of, got in the way of me, doing a lot of stuff that I usually do. And then, last Thursday, I came into contact with poison ivy, and then this previous Saturday, it started showing up. The rash started showing up, and that's been really annoying. It's getting better now. It's gotten a lot better, but, that's been really annoying, and that's kind of made it hard to do a lot of stuff that I usually do. And I've just had a naturally busy week with a whole bunch of just college stuff and everything, college applications and all that stuff. I'm a senior, and they expect us to write all these essays and stuff like that, and do our college application stuff in the summer of senior year, right now. So I've been busy with that, and I've had to go to in the past 2 weeks a few meetings, a few little classes or just meetings or whatever, that talk about college stuff and everything, getting ready for college applications. So I've been pretty busy, and then I've had family over, and then more family over, so I had to spend some time with them. So that it's been a really busy past 2 weeks. So that's why I just now got around to making this video when episode 15 is coming out tonight. So I should have made this last Wednesday, but I was too busy. Anyway, that's why. I've spent 3 minutes just explaining why this video is late. And now I'm going to get on with the review. Anyway, so in this episode of Superman and Lois, Superman and John Henry are trying to figure out where Morgan Edge went, because he escaped, and that's no spoiler, by the way. Everybody knows that. Who's familiar with Superman and Lois? I believe it's probably in the ads for upcoming episodes of Superman and Lois. They probably just tell you in the ads that, oh, and in this episode, see how they find Morgan Edge, who escaped. Anyway, and yeah, so it's Superman and John Henry. And, so there's, like I said, one plot about them trying to figure out where Morgan Edge is and what he's planning. And then there's, some side plots about, Lana and her husband, debating about whether or not they should move out of Smallville. And then there's, a another plot about like the residents and citizens, however you want to say it, of Smallville, like a lot of them like protesting against the DOD, aka like the military that's been in their town and has been like, like restricting like, people from a lot of stuff and causing confusion and frustration. Like, basically the Smallville residents are fed up with the DOD and they want answers to what's going on, and they also want the DOD to go, to just tell them what's going on and leave, because they're done with it, and they're done with this crap. And then there's like also this neat little side plot about Jordan Kent and Sarah, who is now his girlfriend, and that's not a spoiler. And like in this episode, like they really like strengthen their chemistry, in my opinion. And this is one of my favorite episodes so far. It's not my number one favorite Superman and Lois episode, but I know it's in my top 5 favorite Superman and Lois episodes. It's one of the best episodes of the season so far, and of this, and just of the show so far, and like generally speaking, if you know what I mean. And this episode has a lot of awesome action scenes, a lot of thrilling moments, a lot of great twists and turns, a lot of awesome acting from Tyler Hoechlin, or Hoechlin, however you say his last name, and from Bitsy Tulloch, and from just everybody else. The acting highlights of this episode were from Tyler Hoechlin and his 2 sons, in my opinion, Jordan and Jonathan Kent, like whoever plays them. I can't remember the names of those actors, but, they gave, the best performances in the whole episode. And overall in this episode, who gave like the all-time best performance in this episode? Like better than everybody else. I gotta say, the actor who played Jordan Kent gave the best performance in this episode, followed by let's see, so hard because they both gave perfect performances. They all gave perfect performances. So, followed by, I'm gonna have to say, whoever played, okay, I changed my mind. Actually followed by Tyler Hoechlin. He gives the second best performance in this episode. And in third place is whoever plays Jonathan Kent. Anyway, even though those are like my 3 favorites, everybody in this episode gave a perfect performance. And, all the character chemistry in this episode is perfect and great and really works, especially between Jordan and Sarah, and Jonathan, and, a few other characters. And there's also some perfect, character chemistry between the Kent family, although they don't spend like a lot of time together in this episode. Mostly they're separated from each other in this episode. So like, the chemistry between them can't be like my pick for like the best example of character chemistry in this episode, because they weren't really like all together in this episode for like very long. But when they were, they gave, they had perfect character chemistry, and this was just a perfect episode of a perfect season of a perfect show. And it's got perfect special effects, and it's got one of the best endings in like of the season and of the show. Like, this episode had one of the best like Superman and Lois like episode endings that I've seen so far, and it was a very clever and shocking ending. And I can't wait for episode 15 to come out. It's supposed to be the season finale, and which I'm very excited for. And I'm also very excited for Superman and Lois season 2 when it comes out. By the way, I know I'm reviewing the extended cut of episode 14. I haven't seen the original version of this episode by itself. I just know there's an extra added. The cut of the episode that I watched just had an extra 1 minute added onto it, an extra minute of action added onto it that was cut from the original version of the episode that aired on the CW last week, because of the schedule, and they had a time limit for the episode that aired. So I don't exactly know what certain action scenes were added to this episode, to this cut of the episode, but I can tell you this is a perfect episode 14. The version that I watched, the cut that I watched, the extended cut was perfect, and I know that even without those extra added little action scenes, 1 minute and 30 seconds of extra action, it would still be a perfect episode. Anyway, I'm going to give this episode a 100% out of 100%, which is the equivalent of an A+. Like, subscribe, join the notification squad. I will return.